is no way he outwrote Twork in that battle to me at all, and nor did he outright Twork in the Jazz battle to me at all, or the Chef Triz battle. Like I just think overall Twork had much better. Like especially if you want to go into moments, bars, haymakers, room shakers, anything like that, it's not even close at all. It's not even close. If we go down memorable bars per battle, it's not the tally is not close between Twork and K.
Well, he may win moments, but I think, like I said up there, Big K's got a full arsenal of material here. I got to say, the Twerk's improved in that as well, right? There is more angle punching, and there is attempts for him to try just full out angling, like in his third versus Hollow. Although I will say, wasn't one of his greater attempts at that in the year. And I look at K, he definitely punches a little bit worse than Twerk. Although they're both great punchers, right? I think Twerk might be, who knows, he's right there with Nitty right now. You can really debate either one of them as one. But I look at K, I also look at him as one of the best anglers. I'm looking at K utilizing comedy, you know what I'm saying, in some of these battles. Um, and I'm looking at K rebuttaling in some of these battles as well, like his third versus Rex. I Ate the Blood, that's not even a lot. It's tough, man. We're talking about two of the best artists in the world, but with a full, like, actual using all around skill set, that was the decision for me that ended up giving Edge and K material.
All right, man. Boss, I think you did enough on. I think you did a number on Smoke, man. Uh,
It's always respect coming from the boss, one of the other minds that I
No,
respect
no, no,
most in
no.
battle
Yeah,
rap. So I
it
love
ain't never
sparring
nothing
with boss,
serious.
man.
We hash it out. That's what we do. Like I said, it's really just the fans' fault. But I would have liked to see y'all go through the material. I don't think the fact that y'all never did it before is a reason to continue to do it the way that it's been done. You know what I'm saying? I just think that it may be it's still good because to me, the closer the fight gets, the more important the criteria becomes, not the less important. You know what I'm saying? Where in some of those cases where the criteria is more of a gap, that's when you can skip over it. When you start talking about top five, top three, and it being as close as y'all saying it is, that is when the criteria is the most pivotal and integral, not the least.
I ain't mad at that. And I'm always down with change. At the end of the day, I want to make the panel, help make the panel better. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's making it a little shorter to make it easier to watch or doing something that makes it more clear. So if by any chance I'm up there next year, that's something that's considered. If people like it, I see no reason not to do it.
all right. Before we let Philosophdom pull up and give her opinion and takes on the panel, Q Titus. I know you and I've had some intense debates in the group chat. I had Twork. You guys had Big K. Can we talk a little about like you guys having Big K as your Cody, and some of the categories he checked off for y'all? Y'all around?
Yo, I'm here. Yeah, I think for me it was a super close race. It was really close, but I think for one, K kind of dominated and stayed in the conversation the entire year, which I weigh into it as well. Like from basically what May to December, he was in the top two talks and didn't fall off, unlike some other people. Names I ain't gonna say, but y'all know the vibes. But no, I had K for that. I had material. I edged the K performance. I gave it Twork. Twork obviously had big stage battle, so you get performance points automatically for that. But no, a lot of categories came down to edges, bro. Like strength of schedule, strength of schedule was kind of close to me a little bit. But I think I edged Twork in that. But material wise, moments, I just think moments is closer than like some might say. Twork obviously.
Wait, why you skip over material? Go back to material.
Why I give material? Because I prefer his material to Twork's a little bit more, and I thought he was a little more complete. Like he would actually, like he would finish his third rounds. Not that Twork wouldn't finish, but like he didn't have like a former battle rapper jump on stage in the middle of like a battle and then lose a round. He didn't do shit like that, like some people did.
Titus, you so petty.
Huh? What happened? My bad. But nah, I just preferred K's material. I preferred his angling, his punches. I preferred it just a little bit more to Twork. It was a slight edge in that. I think he just I think K's the best angler, one of the best anglers in the world right now. I think Twork is good at angling, but I just kind of like that style a little more, which is why material is always interesting because it does come down to preference ultimately with that category.
Mm-hmm.
And I prefer K's material. That's all. What was the other close category? I also think it kind of came down to if you have Twork winning all these battles, which if you do, I get it. I personally don't. And I think that's the big separator here. Because I think that plays into a little bit too. Because I don't think Twork won every battle he had this year. He had some really good battles. I had him losing to Trez, had him losing to Jazz. And I have K. Who did FK losing to? Y'all remember? Did FK lose? What battle happened?
Sharon for sure. You should have him
For
losing to
see,
Sharon.
Right. I'm
for
like,
sure
wait
is
a
a lie.
minute.
It
You
was
got
For
Sharon.
sure is a
Twork losing.
lie.
You don't got K losing.
For sure is a
Sharon.
lie. For sure it's like a lot though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like y'all keep throwing the Sharon battle around, and I'm like, it's by every metric, even the poll that we put up that night, like it's not a clear battle by anything at all. It's not.
I do have him losing it though,
It
but
was
I
clear for
agree.
me.
I do have him losing it, but
Yeah,
I don't
It's
think so
clear
late.
for a lot of people.
Here's the thing. I'm not mad at anyone saying that Sharon won that battle, but when we just throw
People
that clear
got
word
people
around,
got him losing to Rex too.
yeah,
no,
but
I
they're
got him
liars.
losing the
They're
Rex
that's
liars.
too,
debatable too. But
Tata.
So
They're
I
liars
mean,
though.
here's the
I'm
thing.
not.
I'm
You
not.
got. You know,
we acting like
I would like to say this. I just want to
come
say
on,
this.
man.
And
If
we
you have,
talking about not clear losses. His win versus Jazz ain't that crystal clear as y'all try to make it either. But y'all glossed over the
it kind of
closeness of
is.
that battle.
It kind of
Here's the
is
thing.
though. It kind of is though.
It kind of
It
Here's the
kind of is a
thing.
little clear because she choked. Like if she doesn't
I
choke,
got
then
you,
maybe
Tata.
She
it's
lost that round. She lost the round that she choked in. She won the
yes.
first. She lost the
Okay.
second, and the third is closer than what y'all make it seem. He
it
didn't
really
run that.
is.
All right,
Nah,
all right. I got you. Here's the thing, though. Like, we know that these battles are debatable. We see these polls; they be 50-50. Like, you can literally toss up Jazz, Twork, Big K, Sharon, but at some point, you got to stand on business with the debatable. Like, you can acknowledge it's debatable, but have a winner, and that has to be the nitpicking deciding factor when it's 1 and 2 in the race. Like, you're pulling at straws at this point. You know what I'm saying? So that's all it is.
and if you have T-Rex being Big K, you're a liar. I'm just that's just lies. He lost respectfully.
Yeah, yeah, he did
Oh
kind of lose
yeah,
that
I
battle.
had Rex. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm not
Oh
gonna lie to
Lord.
you. I'm not gonna
Oh
lie to you.
Lord.
All right, man. We got Philosopher in the building. We also got Frank White in the building. Philosopher, what up?
Hello, family.
Hey, Philosopher.
How are
Hey,
y'all
Blossom.
doing?
We
How are
good.
y'all
Well, you know, I'm a
doing?
little down. I'm a little down, but you know, shit happens.
It's so good to talk to y'all. I've been so busy, Grammy, Super Bowl, all that stuff, media stuff. But I'm happy to talk to y'all. So, of course, you know, I got my notes and my quotes. I got 50 pages of rhymes for y'all. Um, so just listening to the conversation, there were a few things that I found very interesting about the points that people were making, and I just wanna throw these out here. I ain't trying to get hemmed up, but I just want to have some moments of reflection because I think that, of course, it's still in the height of the emotion of it all. But I'm looking at it from a bird's eye view. So the first of all, thank you to everyone who was involved. Of course, Jay Black and everyone who was on the panel. I think this is a extremely difficult job to do. And every year you get bashed, but they don't even think or consider how much actual time and energy goes into this process and how thorough you guys all are with combing through this content, because as consumers we can just look at it once or twice, but as media, even when I have to do reviews on albums or 10 Grammys or whatever the case is, there's a higher bar set for you to know what you're talking about. So I want to first commend everyone involved. Second, I want to say this. Speaking of Grammys, I find it hilarious that every year we have the same back and forth about Champion, just because it happens in music all the time. And it's so funny because it's on a cycle, right? I can expect it on a timeline every year around the same time. It goes from champion a year don't matter, champion a year don't matter, who the F is J Black? Oh, I don't care what nobody said, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as the result is not in favor of what the fans or spectators or bootleggers are saying, all of a sudden it's so much emphasis on who champion of the year is, which I think is so funny because first it's F the Grammys and then everyone is mad because their favorite didn't win a Grammy, right? I think that's hilarious. So the other thing that I wanted to point out is the people that are typically the loudest, and this is not to anyone who's already on the panel already, but are the people that are the least engaged. Like, if you're saying that it boiled down to, and this is what politics too, if it boiled down to a handful, not a few hundred, not a few thousand, a handful of people not voting and not involved, so which is why I won't give my opinion, but if that's what it truly boiled down to, then all of those people's energies, they could have rubbed pennies together as a collective and casted one full vote. Like they could have just small pockets of groups putting pennies together to be able to donate $5 to make a vote and make an impact. So I just think that's funny. The fans are super loud online, but super quiet when it comes to their wallet to putting money behind their favorites. And these are the same fans that are not buying pay-per-views, are not subscribed to apps, are not buying merch from these battle rappers, are not buying their music. So I think that's hilarious that all of a sudden you're trying to put your monopoly money where your mouth is, but it doesn't translate. But anyways, so the other thing, one of the points that the boss made that I think is very, very interesting, this is what caught my ear to come up, is the idea of combing through the nuance of a vote. And I think that is very important. However, in this context, I do want to make the counter argument of this responsibility, I think, falls in don't shoot me. I think this falls on the actual leagues. And this is why the league should be involved, and this is my argument. If you all remember, which many of you do who are avid battle rap fans, there used to be pages dedicated to recapping bars of the week, bars of the month, bars of the battle, bars of the event. Like there used to be designated media professionals or bloggers, whatever, to cultivating that content, right? And because of DMCA takedowns and because of paywalling and blocking or whatever the case is and strike down notices, we don't get that as often. So that responsibility of that burden comes down to the league campaigning for their folks, right? So they need to make fans aware and bring the information back out to the public of who said what, when these moments were. Because as much as we love watching the Champion of the Year panel, everyone wants to get to the meat and potatoes, right? Everyone wants to know who won, what they won for, what people's opinion. They don't have time to go through, oh, this person said this on this day, because battle rap is subjective, right? So I think that's where the league can find their role. But now that leads me to my other point of this. Accessibility. I'm so curious because for years the argument was, oh, Jay Black.
I'm sorry. I got a lot of respect. You know what I'm saying, for where you're going with the leagues and all that. But are you saying that maybe that would have helped an artist in the list? I'm just wondering if there was like we're getting to something that like directs back to Champion of the Year in the list here.
Yeah, land the plane, philosophy.
So my point of saying that is where the panelists can pull their information from, so that way the panelists and the viewers are on the same page. So if you're making an argument, great point, right, to bring up. If you're making an argument in favor or to demote another, that quickly accessible content can better your argument. Because now everyone is on the same page. No one is scrambling to remember. And then you get into the debate of, oh, this person said this in this battle. This is the moment. And then they're like, oh, well, I think this, you can easily have a Rolodex or a database to say, okay, this is the moment.
I definitely respect that in terms of like, people looking out for just their talent and having that type of data on hand. I think collection of data in battle rap, of course, has always been like something that's a little bit behind. But with that being said, I know that the five of us up there took ridiculous amounts of notes. On top of that, we had printed out Excel sheets. I'll probably end up posting them when I give my video on how everything turned out tomorrow. But Excel down dates, leagues,
That's
different
what I'm
effects,
saying.
even
You
for some
have
of us
it.
more
No,
grand.
no,
So
no, no, not just him. Everybody had it.
No, what I'm saying,
yeah,
this is what I'm
that's where
saying. This is my argument is the panelists have it. The fans don't have that Rolodex of information readily available in their
well,
mind. They're skewed to their
I
favorite.
hear you,
That's what
but
I'm
then that's
saying.
something that they gotta, and I agree. But at the same time, with all the battles and battle rap, at the end of the day, it's people's job to be informed. You know,
That's what
and
I'm saying.
at the end of the day,
That's what I'm
us as
saying.
the
That's why I agree.
professionals.
That's where I agree. What I'm saying is the panelists know this information. They have this and ready to pull it. It's up to the league to have this available for the fans to have access, so the communication is streamlined, right? Because then we get oh, well, what happened with this or what this person said? Everyone is going to try to counter what you're saying in the moment because they don't have that wealth of knowledge. That's what I'm saying.
I'm with you. But in terms of the list itself, have you gotten to check it out, the names or anything? Do you have any complaints with it?
I honestly, this year, I don't have. Okay, so I don't agree with Big K being number one. But when I come,
Who'd you have as number one?
I did have Twork. But
Did you vote it?
No, that's why I'm not complaining. That's why I'm not complaining. So when looking at the list, even though this year I didn't vote, I actually think this list mirrors what I had for my list. The only difference was the number one. And watching the panel, that's why I said I have so much respect, because this year seemed like it was a lot more care to detail, even though people aren't seeing that. I think this year was a lot more care to detail. And that's why I can't wait to see what Wody is going to do, because I'm making my donation in a little bit. But I feel like I'm just taking notes from the viewer standpoint, because I don't have an opinion on who won or not. So that's why I'm trying to interesting to see why the debate is what it is, and why the argument is always, oh, that leads me back to the data thing, leads me back to accessibility. About, okay, well, if y'all don't think this person won, so the people that are saying are Twork and Big K, I was interested to see y'all opinion, and I'll leave it on here or whatever the case is. But what point of this is fans not being so involved in all of the nuances of the battle and watching every league, and also it being accessible? Because a lot of people are saying, like, well, Big K started off strong, and Big K was on a lot of leagues where his battles dropped on YouTube, right? This is always a conversation that's happening. But in the past year or two, we've seen that now it's not only the app, right? But now we have the pay-per-view on Caffeine, right? So what point of this is accessibility problems with fans getting this information? And then the other thing that somebody said is about battles not dropping for the conversation about next or whatever the case is. So that was my last point. I'm like, what point of this do you think that people are so upset about Twork not winning has something to do with accessibility, like, and
Hey,
not
listen,
having that
at
information?
at the end of the day, I do think it raises a very interesting conversation. You know what I'm saying, that we couldn't even break down here. We have so many people in the culture talking about accessibility, but I think you introduced some great points to it, and I'm happy to hear though, and thank you for the respect on it, that we got this panel. You know what I'm saying, mostly right this year. It seems like, or at least in terms of the top 20, there's little complaints on maybe 11 to 20 like other years and things like that. So I appreciate your input. And Frank, I know you've been here with a minute with your hand up, man. Love to hear what you got to say.
Peace. First, I want to say salute to Jay Black for even creating the award. I want to say salute to the panel. Appreciate the time y'all took to put y'all thoughts together, to explain your arguments clearly and concisely. There were things I disagreed with, things I agreed with. I think the top 20 list, Appa could have been in there. Tay Rock, different placement. Easy as well, I thought, different placement. Overall, of course, I had Twork as the champion of the year. I did
Say the
disagree with
placements. Say the
I ain't gonna get
placements.
in all that. I ain't gonna get
Say
in
the
all that.
Nah,
placements.
nah,
But
nah. But if you gonna get into why
I'm
it's
gonna
wrong,
say
tell me why it's right, Frank.
What's the point?
no. I'm gonna just say my opinion. But I still respect what y'all did and the time y'all took to put it together. I 100% respect it and appreciate y'all. I do want to say that the overall, I think the most important thing to take from this is that the fan vote determined the winner. So I need fans to take some accountability here and understand that the fans chose Big K. Yes, we can all say most of us had Twork. Twork had better material. I don't think anybody said anything better than the Bed Bath Beyond bar. Uh, K was calling Jazz a elegant roach. I don't know how material compares. He beat Murder Mook in New York on the big stage, which is Murder Mook's element. So I think Twerk should have been, but nonetheless, we have to remember the fan vote is what decided this thing. So fans need to take accountability. There shouldn't be any energy thrown to the panel. There shouldn't be any energy thrown to anybody except taking accountability for the fact that we must all vote more and participate more if we want to see the person we want to win, because this came down to the fan vote, which means the fans decided who won. There was no one to hold accountable for who won other than the fans. Salute to everybody involved in this process. God bless y'all for next year. That's all I want to say.
Fair enough.
Appreciate you, Frank. Appreciate you, man. If I'm correct here, I believe this is Geechi Gotti. You know what I'm saying? Pulling up, man. Geechi, legend of the game, three-time Cody winner yourself, man. Love to hear your opinions on how Cody went down this year.
Yeah, nigga got snubbed, man. You know what I mean?
What's up, Geechi?
Nigga got
You said that
snubbed,
should have
Hi,
man.
been number
Geechi.
four, man.
You know what I'm
Hi,
saying?
Geechi.
Number
Hi,
four?
Geechi.
Come on, man. Nah, I'm fucking with y'all. Hey,
What up,
hey,
Geach?
hey, what up, everybody? Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. Straight up though, like man, it came down to 3%, man. You can't argue that. Both them brothers had a dope ass year, man. Could have went either way, man. Could have went either way, man. Twerk, amazing year. If he won, ain't nobody complaining. Chef Trez, amazing year. If he won, ain't nobody complaining. Rock. I mean, you could go about 4, 5 names who could have really won that shit, but you know what I'm saying? The fact that it came down to them two and it came down to like 3%, it really ain't no complaining about it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, like you said, I think it boils down to the fans who paying to put their votes in. If you want to argue it, man, you got to put your money up and you got to vote. Even look at the money that was raised. This was probably one of the lower years from what I was seeing. I kept seeing my man say it was like 4,000 or something. You know, nigga, that should usually be at 10. You know, so that lets you know how people ain't even donating and you know what I'm saying and complaining. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got to really look at it from that aspect, man, because all these battlers putting in their blood, sweat, and tears. They all giving they all. You know, in these battles. You know what I'm saying? To get to get in that top 20 slot. It's a lot of names that could have been on the 20 that wasn't even on the 20. You know what I'm saying? I think the only critique for the panel, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? Salute to Chilla being on there. I love to see another battler up there with him or two other battlers, a few other cats up there, you know.
Other battle
I
rapper
think,
canceled.
yeah,
Not to play him under the bus. He canceled, bro.
yeah, damn, man. Suck ass nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I think he had. No, he ain't doing it. He
I'm
had legit
fucking with,
reasons.
I'm
He had
fucking,
legit reasons. He had
yeah,
legit
I'm
reasons.
fucking
Yeah.
with it. No, but I think that'll be the only critique is getting somebody up there like that. And my only thing as catching it, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't really get to watch it all, but catching some of them that I did see is, just being consistent in what the arguments be for certain motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's where the accountability will come in with having people up there that's really paying attention because you will hear somebody say some shit, and it all subjective when you talk wins and losses. But you will hear somebody be like, "Oh yeah, but this person lost to such and such clear." Then another person is be like, "Oh yeah, they won debatably," and I thought he lost. Like you know what I'm saying? So I think that's where you got to kind of like draw the line because some of these battles be so close and debatable and to where you can't just say somebody clearly lost to somebody, you know what I'm saying, without it being judged a lot of times or being just a full consensus because it's even battles that people up there might have said that people clearly lost, but then you go to some of them polls and then the other person clearly lost on the polls, you know what I'm saying? So it's really not no way to really prove, you know what I'm saying, some of them wins and some of them losses when it come to just being like your own personal opinion. But for me, man, I can't say nobody got it wrong because it could have went to Twork or Big K, and I'm pretty sure both of them, you know what I'm saying, deserved it. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I think they both had a good ass year. They scheduled damn near mirror each other with some of the battles as far as the Mooks and the Jazzes and some of the battles that they, you know what I mean, that they took. You know what I'm saying? They both was on big stages, big cards. You can't really go wrong, man. I think it's more of a testament to the niggas putting their money up and putting and doing that, man. Cause Jay Black, all he doing is giving niggas the platform, and he leave the shit wide open and be posting, hey, donations every week, every month, all that shit, and then for that shit to be that low, just let you know that a lot of these motherfuckers just be talking, man. You know what I'm saying? That motherfuckers just be in there talking, man. Motherfuckers don't want their opinion to really count until it's over. Then everybody want to come with the fake outrage, man. Like, it's nobody that it wasn't no wrong, bro. Like everybody up here, the motherfucker who won was supposed to win, and if somebody else won, they were supposed to win. It ain't really no wrong in this one, big dog. I ain't gonna lie to you, cause you can't. I see some of y'all trying to discredit Big K, and I would have had Twerk too. You know what I'm saying? Like Twerk, my God. But even when you break it down for Big K. Even if you say Twerk beat Mook in New York, which is big, we talking about Big K battling him in a small room, blue room, where that's really Mook element more than that big stage, whether it's in New York. So they both had a Mook at his biggest advantage. Being in a small room is an advantage for Mook, just like being in New York is an advantage. Same with Jazz. You know what I'm saying? Like Jazz, she one of the top females. She in there. They both battled her. You got whoever you got winning, you got winning. They both did their thing. Big K, whether you could say he lost to Sharon or not, Sharon on King of the Dot, that's still a tough battle. You know what I'm saying? That's a good Sharon, I know easy motherfucker to battle. Niggas just saying he lost to Sharon like Sharon a jobber or something. You feel me? Like nigga Sharon, one of them guys. He done beat a gang of niggas. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta quit with trying to make it seem as if he just went out there and had a weak ass year because Cuz had everybody knew Big K was either one or two. It ain't really no debate. You know what I'm saying? He was either one or two. Twerk was either one or two. That's it. And I mean, Chef Trez up there as well. You know what I'm saying? Like it was, like I say, you could argue for a gang of niggas, bro, but you can't say neither one of them didn't deserve it. Like the nigga won the shit, man. We gotta stop like discrediting niggas when they win. That's what make this shit weak. Let niggas you can believe somebody else was dope without trying to take away the other niggas shine. Like it's already over. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should have been doing that arguing when y'all was donating. You feel what I'm saying? Like, other than that, it's over now, man. Get that nigga his flowers. Let that nigga get his shine, man. Let him enjoy that belt, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, Twork gonna go. Twork getting paid, making money. He ain't tripping as hard. Chef Trez ain't tripping. You don't see niggas tripping. Nitty ain't tripping. All these niggas put in work. Big K deserved that shit this year. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my little thought on it right there. Plus, I deserve it too. I ain't gonna lie. I should be really mad. If anybody got some reason to be arguing up there, that should be me. You hear me? I'm saying niggas need to be at the phone. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? Come on, Jay Black. Y'all tripping up there, man. You know what I'm saying? But
I said you won. You ain't see.
yeah.
I said
Now I
Geechi
seen
got
you,
him out
but
the
hey, you don't
sport.
even want
Heroes
to
argue
common
for
sense.
it.
Jay Black don't even want to common sense. Rest of y'all niggas, I'm gonna see y'all in a couple of events. I got my eye on the rest of you niggas, man. But nah,
Real quick,
man.
Geechi, it had you, Danny, Hustle, Nitty. You know what I'm saying? ESB
Yeah,
was
be
heavy on
always
the
on there, man. Look, man, salute to all my
Av.
niggas. That's a part of ESB.
app.
Av, Jerry West, everybody, you know what I'm saying, had a body of the year, all kind of shit, upset of the year. So salute to everybody, man, from the crew that did it, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Miss Hustle still got a chance to win Wody, you feel what I'm saying? It's like,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? So like, man, salute to everybody that was on that list, man. There's a lot of motherfuckers who could have been on there that wasn't. Like, it's tough to come up with a top 20. So I don't envy these niggas, you know what I'm saying? Cause I know for sure I wouldn't get it right if I put together a panel either. It's gonna be tough. You know what I'm saying? None of us gonna get it right. But once again, I think the toughest part is the fact that every year we kind of know that it's coming. You know what I'm saying? And we got all year to where other motherfuckers could link up, 4, 5 motherfuckers, put their money together and come with another award. Man, these battlers love awards. If a motherfucker came up with a DeBoss award right now and gave somebody $1,000, they'll post it and give you a "I love you" speech. Trust me, they want them. You know what I'm saying? They
Hey,
want
Geechi,
awards,
hey,
man.
hey,
You know?
Geechi not lying. Geechi not lying.
Yeah.
If that balance can post them,
Friend, friend, friend.
if that balance can post them funky ass NBS graphics for free, y'all can post our graphics for a little bit of change. You know what
You
I'm
gotta
saying?
Friend,
relax.
I
We're
support
not
that.
I'm with
doing
don't
that.
be
friends
We're
on
muting
not
that
me when
one.
doing
I'm
that.
trying to
I'm with
motherfucking keep
friends
We're
on
it
not
that one.
doing
going.
I ain't
that.
gonna hold you.
We're not
I
doing
stand
that.
with friends,
About
man.
NBS.
I'm
I
The
know
trying
you
to
boss.
was
tell
gonna
you,
do it.
man, battlers
I
want
Don't
stand
start
with
awards,
them
man.
friends.
on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So
please
make
do the
another
same.
award, man. Help niggas out, man. But these niggas both deserve that shit today. They both did good. You can't get mad at whoever won it. They both had a good year. Just
Geechee,
let
I'm
niggas win
mad.
now.
I'm mad.
You
I'm
can't be. They
mad.
both had a good ass year, man.
I'm
They
mad.
both had a good
I'm mad.
ass year, man.
Let,
They
let
I'm
me
both
mad.
had. It come down to the wire. They both had a good ass year, man.
hey,
And
They
speaking
both had a good one.
speaking of, you know what I'm saying, we do got New Jersey Twork in the building, you know what I'm saying? Fresh off of his number two placement in Cody,
What's
one
up,
of the, one of,
Twerk?
Up there,
one of his
gang.
What's up, gang?
one of his
What's
best
up,
years of his
gang?
career. What up with it, Twerk? What up?
Friends,
Twerk.
why you wasn't up
What up,
there?
Cody?
Huh?
Hey, look, this is what I'm finna do, right? Yeah, everybody listening?
Yeah,
All right, first I want to say, go watch that Bars Out 9-5 shit. You man, your boy went crazy.
yeah.
Second, I want to say, look, man, I appreciate everybody that's, in the uproar and all that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, if you felt the way and you ain't vote, you should have voted. You know what I'm saying? Like the vote, the shit came down to the vote. Only reason I understand y'all being mad on my behalf. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm not mad because like I'm gonna just keep it real. I wasn't going for the champion of the year anyway. Maybe I'll go for it next year. Who knows? But I will say this though, because I'm finna smoke Jay Black and them though. You know what I'm saying? This is what I will say though, right? If y'all do want to make an argument, this the argument we gonna make, because I'm finna cook everybody on the panel respectfully, right? All right, number one, you heard?
Let's get it.
So, all right, if you did the top 20, right? You did the top, everybody in the top 20 for champion of the year, right? If we
Mm-hmm.
talk straight for schedule, I battled 6 motherfuckers out of the top 20. 6 people out of there, and arguably one. See what I'm saying? I think Big K battled maybe 2. I battled 6. Great battles, great material, and clear wins out of there too. See what I'm saying? Nobody had that argument. I didn't hear that argument come up one time. I thought I would have heard it come up from Jay Black, but he voted for me anyway, so I guess it didn't really matter. 2, when Mark had his discussion, that nigga didn't say not one thing about me at all. Like literally, he just described Big K year like nothing. He didn't say nothing. You see what I'm saying? 3, I won performance of the year for what battle, Jay Black?
What battle was it?
It's Murder Mook.
For
Murder
Murder
Mook.
Mook. So if I won Performance of the Year over everybody for my Murder Mook battle, that means I won Performance of the Year over Big K Murder Mook battle, right? Number 4, y'all said y'all did not like the jazz battle with him, but y'all said y'all liked the battle with me. Like y'all, this, and I'm gonna rest my case there, and I'm not gonna say
I
nothing
said
else.
that.
Hey,
I
listen,
said that.
I ain't gonna. I just want everybody to take in account, but I do feel like it pushes the championship further at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, my nigga, it was either gonna be me or Big K, regardless. You know what I'm saying? That's just how what it was gonna come down to, regardless whether he was number one, whether I was number one, whether he was number two. However it went is how it went. But I'm saying, like, when y'all make your arguments, like Jay Black say all the time, like, don't just be like, oh, I felt like this nigga should have won. I felt like this person should have won. Like, just make your argument, like, make it valid. Like, I could make my argument and be like, all right, yo, I feel like this, which is all valid points according to champion, right? Because if we going by champion, I battled Chef Trash. He was number 3 in the fucking Cody list. Number 3. I battled Jazz. She was number 11. I battled I battled EK. He was in there. I think it was like 20. I battled Tay Rock and Geechi. They was both up there. I feel like I'm in Coffee. Beat the shit out of Coffee and she was up there. You see what I'm saying? This is if we talking straight for schedule, I battled the most difficult people in right now of this year. The most difficult people I battled. And arguably won them all, or I had debatables. You see what I'm saying? So if y'all gonna argue, because I'm gonna start a space for everybody that felt like I should have won, I'm gonna start a space for y'all to riot. We finna riot on these motherfuckers, you heard?
I
Nah,
would like
fucking
to
with you.
argue. No funny shit. I would like to argue. No
I'm just,
lie.
but then on top of that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, like, if y'all gonna be, you know what I mean, just, if you going to debate something, like, debate that shit with, like, facts, though. Like, don't just say, like, yo, I felt this way because of that. I felt this way because of, or, like, I just felt like this person should have won it. I felt like Chef Trans should have won it. I feel like Tay-Rock should have been higher than number 7. Like, if you feel that way, like, just, you know what I mean, just say it. Like, and for anybody to think, like, I'm not upset about how that shit turned out, my nigga. Like, and for the people, and for the battlers that do be getting upset, like, like, just don't be having like them type of expectations. I'm telling you, you're gonna be fucked up in the end. Like, you're gonna be hurt. Like, that shit gonna be sick if you sitting there like, I knew that shit was gonna come down to 1 or 2, regardless, no matter how it went. But my expectations was never high for me to be like all in a bond and crushed up about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I gotta say. I lost my voice and shit. Jersey.
Salute to that. Salute to that.
So that's fine.
Yo,
Salute to it, man. It's
I
one of
had
the
my expectations up
Salute to
high,
the
and I
twerk.
came in number 4, man.
Can I say something real quick? Just get this off.
Yo, what's
Like,
up
and
with it,
I
Dan?
promise you, like, I salute y'all for even giving me a mic. I'm just a regular fan, so salute the Geechi Twork, all y'all that put in pain, J Black, all of that. Listen, I'm known for trolling, but I promise you I'm not trolling. I
Oh
feel
boy.
as though, listen, I really feel as though y'all
Try
robbed
to
Easy.
leave and come back
Listen,
in.
I'm
We'll
not
bring you
trying to
back up.
troll. I'm not trying to troll, and I'm happy that I got this spot. So let me just get this off. I genuinely feel like Easy was robbed. I was listening to Geechi. He said, y'all don't got to turn down or put down people to big somebody up. And I think that's exactly what the culture did with Easy. Respectfully, Twerk, you had a great year. You did not have a better year
Hello?
than Easy. You were
Hold
not
on,
talked
CC.
about more than Easy.
Okay.
We did not hear about Twerk being champion of the year until October.
Hold up,
Salute, but I'm
man.
out,
Respectfully,
What
yo. Y'all have
your
a
debate
good
going
battle
Your
one.
with
man,
on,
Mook
I'm
man?
out,
was come
yo.
on.
your man
Your
wasn't
battle
even
with
top
Mook
Salute to
was
five,
you, man.
man.
not
But I'm
Get
better.
out of here.
All right, this is my fault, man. This is my fault. It's my fault because he started off saying I'm known for trolling, and and
Yeah,
and
Right.
him,
and and, and
yeah,
I
him,
and I didn't get rid of him. That's my
that
fault.
was
him
you,
out of
me,
here.
and Nina. That we had 3 chances and we
Nah,
didn't
we
take one of
yeah.
them.
Nah, I let that one go. My bad, y'all. My
The
bad,
fact
y'all.
that
I
I got
was
everybody adding me saying, why is Dan up there?
my bad,
Right,
I
but
don't,
y'all.
I don't,
I
I don't,
just
I
want
don't, I don't know
This
who
man,
Dan is.
this
You know,
man making the
I
fuck
just want
out
to
of
let the
here,
people
man.
speak. But it is what it is. Salute to Dan.
Yeah, we not gonna
Dan
do
is gonna
that.
call Easy Cody, and
we not
Geechee
doing
give his
that.
face.
Hey,
We're
we
not
not
doing
doing
that.
that.
We're not
we
doing
not
yeah.
doing
that.
that.
And if I can't interject real quick too, I want to give give some flowers here. Obviously, Twerk talked about your year, but a bit up there, probably the best year of your career. Absolutely fantastic year, man. I had 3 categories, so you saw what it was percentage wise, the split, but still one of the absolute best years in battle rap. And Geechi, man, this is
Man, fuck you.
oh man, I'll accept it. I'll accept it. And I got Geechi, man. This is actually tied with Nitty, man. You two got top five appearances, man. Leading Cody ever since it came out in 7 years. Y'all have consistently been up there. So obviously you getting number four. I know that you've gotten better on 3 separate occasions, so it ain't that crazy. But congratulations to you as well, bro. Thank you for the work this year from both of y'all.
Hey, let me get some money, man.
Some more.
We done gave you enough.
So-
They gotta
Yo,
they gotta rename the award in Gotti's name. They gotta rename it. It's Gotti Award.
Shit, man, I'm
Goldie,
fucking
what
around,
we got?
man. Nah,
We got
that shit. Hey, to this year was tough though. I ain't gonna lie. Some of the names though that wasn't on there, like Swamp and them, I think they should have been on there though for sure. It's a couple names that should at least been on the list, but it's tough to pick 20. I ain't gonna lie. But I was surprised not to see like Swamp on there because he had like a lot of clear wins this year, man. On the real, he had a good year. Suge too.
Yeah, I mean they both got
wait.
they
Hold on.
both got mentioned, but a couple clear losses. You know what I'm saying between or not clear losses, but Swamp particularly. You got a couple just more rough battles. He's only got 4 3 rounders. So then when two of them is Lou Castro and then the Stumbles joint, it's just not enough work there compared to some others. And Suge was a little 50-50 on the year. I mean, shit. You look at Ace and Slade, he easily performed in top 50, top 20, and not 20 either. But you got to take in Hansel, Fonz. That's a L2. Shuni,
Shuni.
big spot, kind of cleaned him up. So he got some highs, but he probably got a few more lows. If I'm gonna be real with you, so that's just the case with Suge's year this year. But he's always talked about. I ain't gonna be mad at Suge's name being there. He's on the coach check.
All right.
Schmo, I missed like the first 10 minutes. Was Clone in the coat check or in the honorable mention discussion?
I don't believe he was brought up during the panel, and if I look at the code check, I don't believe that he was mentioned. He was here at the very, very end of the honorable mentions. About they put about 10 or 12 at the bottom of the code check sheets, and he was at the bottom there. But hey, Clone had some good battles this year.
He had
Obviously
some
his name
great
doesn't
battles.
come up. I don't think people are forgetting. You know what I mean? But when you look at it, him and Av is a good battle. Him and Trez is a good battle. Personally, I got him losing to Av, and I think Trez is a super debatable battle. I had him losing, but that don't really mean nothing. And when you look at the other two, similar to Swamp, it's a condensed year. So when you look at it, and it's the next battle, which isn't great, and then a win over Ines is cool, but it just wasn't enough, I guess, to break out here amongst the 2025 names mentioned.
All right. We do got some of the battlers in the building, man. We got Ace Amin in the building. We got Rookie of the Year in the building. Eunice. Yeah.
Eunice,
And we got
I'm so proud of
You.
and we got Hansel in the building.
Congratulations.
We got my boy
Clear
Hansel in the
roadie.
building too. What up, y'all? What up with it, y'all?
They ain't got shit to say about
What's
niggas
good?
coming
What's
What's
out the
good,
good?
man?
spaces, period.
What up, fool?
What's good, man?
Hey, listen, I want to start with y'all. What y'all got to say about the the list, the panel, 2023 Cody list? Let's chop it up. Let's talk about it. So, want to go first?
Go ahead, Rookie of the Year.
Stop. Uh, I'm not gonna lie, man. Hey, Jay Black, man, thank you, man. I appreciate you even like doing like champion, bro. Like it gives a lot more people recognition. You know what I'm saying? And it, I thank you. I'm not really good with getting to the point, so I'm gonna just say thank you, man. Um, and then thank you to all my supporters and fans. You know, do it for Maryland, PP County. You know what I mean? And shout out my spaces people, now IG. But shoot, how I felt about the list? Woo, man. So I tuned out with Rock and Easy. Um, so like, and I'm not debating because you know what I'm saying. I'll be honest. I ain't unfortunately put money up to vote, which I felt like
Mm.
I
This shit
should
on you,
have.
Eunice.
I'm
This
Mm-hmm.
shit on you, dog.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm in no way, shape, or form mad about nothing here that was placed. You feel me? Everybody else voted or whatever. I just got a question though, because I didn't hear y'all explanation for it. Why was Easy over Rock?
I'll go ahead and answer that. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
listen, close race with I believe it was Rock, Easy, and Nitty all had a very close conversation. But for a few of us on that panel, I think Easy's got some of those peak performances. I think a big point that we ended up mentioning is that when we look at battles like Easy and Hitman, I think that's easily and by far away the best performance between the two. And even when you get to a battle like Easy and John, not only is it more impactful, that's also probably a better battle. I guess you could debate Rock and Av there. You know what I'm saying? You have to leave that room for that debate. But in impact, Easy's going to win there. You could debate very heavily and almost clearly give it to Easy and strength of schedule there. And then we got to talk of material and performance before we even get to the last two. You could debate Easy's maybe up 3 or 4-0. I personally wouldn't have it that way. I'd give Rock material and I'd give Easy performance. And then you get to moments. I mean, we're talking about Easy the block captain that have moments all over the place throughout the year. And then obviously Rock is the king of consistency. So personally for me, I would have the categories 4-2. Obviously, we talked it to death up there, and it really came down to after 30, 40 minutes, someone's got to be 7. So Rock ended up taking that spot.
Hey, hold on. Why Jay Black so quiet, man? Jay Black
Okay.
had a reason in that too, huh, sir? Mr. Jay Black.
Oh, damn.
I'm quiet because it's just like throwing salt in the wound. I felt like I explained it. So you want me to repeat it to get niggas pissed off again? Like, I'm just falling back, bro. That's really just what it
No.
is. I could give you a full 30-minute breakdown of why I picked what I picked, but I see niggas
D-
hot right now.
Black said we
Nah,
going to
yeah,
send
I'll
Smo
go
into
I'm
the
gonna
watch the
fall back.
fire.
video.
He
I
That's
don't
good,
because
got
I'm
man.
it.
not speaking, brother.
Yeah, I could always go watch the video. You ain't
No,
gotta.
I'm not saying
You know what I'm
like
saying?
It
that,
was
but I just
lit.
know niggas hot right now. So I'm just
I could, I could.
you know how you watch with Stomp the
No,
how
everybody,
you watch
always going. You
Stomp
know
the
what I'm saying?
Yard,
It
right?
Nah,
is
we
what it
don't know.
is.
Hold
Nah,
up,
we don't know.
look,
We don't know Jay
We,
Black.
we
you
don't
know
we
how
don't know.
We don't know.
hold up, I'll say it. You know how you watch
We
Stomp the
don't know Jay
Yard
Black.
and Chris Brown when he beat the first
No.
guy in the dancing battle and then he like kind of just laughed it off and he got killed. I'm gonna take the money and just dip. Like I'm not about to laugh in nobody's face. I'm not throwing salt in the wound, bro. I'm just gonna fall back, man. That's it. Repeating it makes it worse.
Hey, say way less. Say less.
That's ass.
Ace, man.
Oh man,
What's
what's
the
up,
word,
man?
fool?
Uh, want me to be honest, or you want me to be like
Hey,
PC?
listen, man. I try to push the agenda, man. You
I
see
need
how
you
I
Nah,
to
man,
be
do?
be honest.
honest.
Be
Be
honest, bro.
honest.
It's
Be
okay.
honest.
Be
Hey,
honest,
them
man.
motherfuckers
Get
got
your
me at
bars
zero,
off, my
bro.
nigga.
Be honest.
If you wasn't being honest,
So
I wouldn't
Be
want to
honest.
hear it.
I'm gonna say this.
PC, please.
So
PC, please.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this one time and one time only because I hold the panel and the job that they do in very high esteem because I understand the difficulty of it. But what like my little blessing I guess in life is being able to provide context to certain things. So I have to say all of y'all that was on that panel, fuck you, every single person.
Salute, brother.
Um, I'm only gonna say it that one time. I have to say it one, and I'm gonna say it one time because publicly the way that my persona is set up is that, and I've had this conversation privately with a couple people, so it's nothing new for y'all. But for everybody that hasn't heard it, it's real easy to dismiss my work because you won't get any pushback publicly for it. You won't. Like you can say Ace is ass, and it's gonna be the top comment, and the video ain't got nothing to do with Ace, right? So I make a decision between two niggas and it's eight no freaky and it's Ace and somebody else, you always go with the opposite because you're never gonna get face any real backlash for it. Now I'm not even, and like I said, I don't want to focus on me per se, but that's my honest take on that part of it. Um,
Yeah.
LTBR had a list. LTBR had a list halfway through the year. I was 7. After that list, I did Rum Nitty. I had the Rum Nitty battle. Excuse me, no freaky. Had the Rum Nitty battle. One other battle, the Shotgun Shug and the Marv battle. Those two battles at the end of the year with 4 bodies on the year, 5-2. Arguably for the rest of the for the year, arguably 5-2 for the whole year. With four bodies, four arguable, three clear 3-0s and one arguable another 3-0. Nigga didn't get 20. So I have to honestly say, fuck all y'all. Just me being consistent with what I normally do. So fuck y'all niggas. But respectfully, it was a hard job, and I understand like what they do. Once again, the whole list to provide the positive context. What their list does, it only exists so that they can figure out who they give the money to. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just like an ego trip. It's not just oh, I'm gonna put a list out for some clout, or I'm gonna have my friends on here because I fuck with them. It's something that actually has a function, so it has an actual purpose, and because of that, it's like necessary, and it's something that doesn't have to happen. So salute Jay Black and the platform for existing and for having the care to have something like this where you don't have to reward niggas for this, but for your lack of nuance or for objectivity this shit, fuck all y'all, other than Jay Black, because he argued for me. That's you too, Smoke. Fuck you too. Respectfully.
I mean, I'm not gonna front. Smoke was fighting for you too, though. He
No, no, no,
definitely.
no. I Smoke was, and that's why I said Jay Black. The initial fuck you goes for him too. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Just for niggas not, you know what I'm saying, being there. But I also, it's just, that's even though I disagreed with it, I'm not never mad at a group of people. Because if you put 6 other niggas they might come up with an entirely different list. So I'm not mad at what that group of people did. I'm not mad at it. I personally don't have. I don't no. There's no like shade towards the credibility of it, or like, oh, it doesn't. It's a bad list. It doesn't exist. Or these niggas is all this. It's an agenda. It's none of that. It's none of that. It literally was they did the best they could and came to a consensus, even though they all didn't necessarily agree on it. So how the fuck if the niggas in the room don't agree on the list? There's no way that all of us that aren't in the room are gonna agree on it either. So I respect it.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Ace. I want to make a comment too before we get to Hansel here. You know what I'm saying? Another person I think might have gotten a mention up there in the honorable mention section. But I noticed that a lot what you're going to see with panels, of course, is who are these people with familiarity. I think Geechi brought that up earlier and talking about big time battle rappers or just figureheads in the culture being up there. And listen, man, as someone that's done it twice, I love doing it. I take honor. I work my ass off when I do it. But I would love to give my spot up if there are these battlers and top media figures that really lock in and do it. As much as I love doing it, I know how much it would mean to the culture and maybe in certain situations push it forward if we're able to have maybe some bigger names and things like that up there. But many people turn it down. That's just what it is at the end of the day. So when people ask, who are these guys that Jay Black does on the panel, we're the guys that do the work. So I just want to say that, man, I completely understand whenever I hear people talk about, oh, why isn't there? I was a fan growing up watching it too, man. I imagine all different battlers and stuff. If a Geechi could have my place, a DNA battlers, you know what I'm saying? All types of different opinions. But I love what I do, and I hope we gave you all good work up there. But when you ask that, we're the guys to lock in for, man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Hansel, I saw you joined up as well. Love to hear your opinions on everything.
Yeah. Let's talk, Hansel. I was in that space earlier. I heard a lot of things earlier.
What's up,
I was like,
handsome?
I heard everything you said.
Man, look, man. Nah, what's good, y'all? I really wanted to just say honestly, like no funny shit. Ace really said a lot of the sentiments I was gonna express as far as one being that like I've been a fan of Jay Black and watching Jay Black since when Champion was an idea. And just like Ace, I do hold bro's regard in honestly higher than 99% of battle rap when it comes to the media or analyst side of things. So obviously I'm gonna look at anything champion, you know what I'm saying, related is as important. And I think everybody would agree. So regardless of how I have my personal sentiments, Ace being on the list was actually one of the sentiments I was going to express, but obviously that nigga broke it down. Um,
Yeah.
but if I could just regarding the list, I think if I had any sort of like, I thought Jazz should have been a lot higher, um, based off of a lot of things, but that's just my own personal opinion. But I feel like like Ace said, as far as the fact that like these are people's opinions, you're never gonna get a list 100% correct as far as the eyes go, as far as perception goes. So at the end of the day, we really just gotta value what these people do, regardless of our opinion. Because I personally had Twork as champion of the year this year, but like I feel like you gotta appreciate what these people do. But on a personal level, I was more concerned with actually the Battle of the Year award than I was getting on like 20 or even being mentioned in the 20. And
Man, let's get into that, man.
now
Mm.
I do understand it is a fan voted award if I'm not mistaken. So I don't know how much I was busy today, so I couldn't check on the actual stream, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is fan voted.
It is a fan
Um
voted award.
okay, yeah. So like I can't really have a gripe with any of you guys because y'all didn't have the impact on that specific award, but I do feel like I was really just more concerned with me and Eunice getting the recognition for that battle because I do understand that when you break down battle of the year, 9 times out of 10, the battles include very much known names and stars and legends and obviously because those people are stars and legends, they're gonna get the the faster looks or more views and shit. But I do want people to understand that if two new niggas can give a battle of that quality that can stand next to those people, I do feel like that shit gotta get not even more credit, but I feel like that shit gotta, like, if a rookie or a 2 year nigga is putting up the same kind of numbers as MVP, that's kind of like even more of a credit to that motherfucker based on, you know what I'm saying, the kind of game that we're in. So I wanted, I didn't know if our battle was mentioned or if our battle was even discussed, but I really just wanted that shit to be, you know what I'm saying, established, whether or not niggas understand, because I do know me and Eunice aren't the most known names in this shit, but I do feel like we definitely had at the very least, and I'm being completely modest when I say this, at the very least, a top five battle this year. So, um, yeah, my nigga, I appreciate y'all for, you know what I'm saying. If I was mentioned in any regard, I appreciate the love and the recognition for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's really all I had to say.
Nah, salute to you, Hansel. I always say this. You somebody that really just started battling not too long ago. So like your ceiling is really like to the sky. You've had great, great progression. You put in the work. You around all the greats. You study. You soak up game. You're coachable. You interact with the people. Open minded. So like I'm expecting you to really elevate this year. I'm looking at that Westworld tournament next month, and I seen your side of the bracket, and I'm gonna say you right now. You know what I'm saying? If you'll make the finals, like I'm gonna give you a
March
side eye
2nd.
because
March
you know what I'm
2nd.
saying. March
That's all I
2nd.
got to say. March 2nd, man.
I'm tuned in, man. So I'm looking forward to see
But nah, I
where you
appreciate that for real.
look forward to see you progress this year, bro. For real.
Hey, yo, Black, man, I want to put my vote in to be on the panel next year, man. Let me go
Hey,
in
hey,
and
G,
get on
just,
that.
It,
just
I think
it,
that's
it
what we
only
just
makes
want. That's
sense,
what we
man.
want, Yo,
It
I'm
Geechi.
only
ready,
makes
man. Hey,
sense,
I'm
man.
ready,
That's
man.
what we
Hey, I'm
want.
ready, man. I
just
That's
see
what
what
we
say
want,
I
bro. I'm
see what
telling you
has to
right
be
now, we
done,
want
man.
that.
all
I
right.
promise you, we want that, bro. Like, come
You
on,
know,
Yeah,
you
man.
know,
I
after
got
year
y'all,
10, this
man.
the Geechee
Because when
Gotti
they
champion
argue
of the
at the
year
end of the
award.
year, I'll be the
Yeah, you definitely got to name an award after.
I'll be
Like,
the
you kind of
motherfucker they
got
take
to.
the shots at, man. I got us, man.
What
What we
Yeah,
got to
for
do
sure.
to lock
what
it in? We got to
award?
change the name of the award.
What
Yeah, man.
what
Nah,
award can you
nah,
name
yeah.
for
Come
Gotti?
on,
What
man.
award can y'all
Yeah, we
name for
good.
Gotti? You
You gonna
gotta
mess
give an
around and
award
be
for
a
Gotti.
contender again
No,
this
no,
year,
no.
That's what
Geechee.
he
I'm
gonna do. That's
officially saying it because I ain't had a
oh
battle all
man.
year, or except that one with Coach. So I'm officially saying, no matter who I battle this year, I'm not in it. I'm gonna be on the panel. I'm giving Jay Black my word. I'll talk to him off of here, but just
Fire,
I'm gonna say it
fire,
out loud.
fire.
I
Nah,
would
that's
love to.
fire.
I'll be
That's
one of the
fire.
battlers that'll step up and be a part of it, and just to be a part of the process, and because I want to. I know it's difficult, so I would love to see even what it's about. Because one thing I will say, as far as the difficult side of it, that's gonna be tough for people to even like. Let's use Rock for instance. I want to use him because I seen him. You know how he felt the way. A lot of fans felt the way for him as well, and he
But
got
but
every
they
right.
they was arguing for him number one.
Exactly.
Like
Which is
come on, look,
yeah,
look,
yeah,
Let's be real for
yeah,
1 second. This
yeah,
entire year, y'all had it between two people.
yeah. No, that's a fact.
All
Yeah.
respect. We even calling Rock the GOAT the entire time that we was like, this is the GOAT, this is the GOAT, this is the GOAT. We showed all
Hmm.
respect we can, all possible respect. So maybe you could move him to six, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Possibly
Yeah.
five, who knows?
Yeah,
But then
I think it's more so a testament of the arguments though for him, like how Twork said. Twork didn't mind losing, but if you give him the argument to show, like, okay, even after you lost, like so. Let's say if I'm up there and you break it down on Rocks here, like, look, he can't win off of like the strength of schedule alone. He don't have his, even though it's too bad because he done battled everybody, but that's just how it is in the sports right now. That's like, you know what I mean? That's like for certain college teams, they'll never be had a strength of schedule because they don't play in certain you know what I mean, they don't play in certain conferences. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Certain
right,
conferences
right.
just play better competition. So Rock, you know you wouldn't get strength of schedule. He'll probably understand that when it's broken down. But if the panel or the fans listening can also hear how people gotta still give it consideration how tough it is to be probably in your I don't know what year this is for him, 10, 15, 20, whatever year it is for him in this shit, and to still be leaving A+ performances, going into small leagues because me personally, because I do small league battles, so I know the level of difficulty that sometimes get overlooked when you taking a cheaper battle against a lower named opponent that's really going out there trying their best to get you because this is their biggest fucking look. So they finna be the best they ever been. And if you go out there and slack and play around, these battles that's finna get 250,000 views, 100,000 views, for them, which is they usually averaging 2,000 views. So you also impacting this small league, impacting this new battler that's getting this shot. So some of those things will go to his credit though that would take away strength of schedule. Like I heard people saying like Easy had more impact. Let's just use them two for an example. If you talking just because of the Hitman battle, maybe. But then when you start talking about just impact, period, Rock might have had more of an impact because of some of those smaller battles making more noise and doing more for the culture for some of them newer dudes, bringing it for, you know what I mean, forefront for what it was. You know what I'm saying? Like
If Easy and Rock would switch, would everything be good?
probably not for me. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I would look. It would be tough to
That's what
switch
it
For
them.
comes.
me,
That's what it
yes.
comes
Yeah, look.
down to. We
Yeah,
find
for
one
me, not. Look,
side.
I'm not arguing to switch them at all. I'm just giving a
No,
point
no,
on
I get
someone
you. I
like
get you. I get you. I get you.
yeah. Like I think Easy right where he's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really complaining about it. Nitty, all of them could be somewhere different. Like I said earlier, man. I think Big K deserved it, but when you get to that one, two, three spots, like you can argue everybody. You know what I'm saying? You could pretty much argue anybody if you give a good enough argument. But I think it was always out of Twork and Big K for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Would you think this would make it easier? Let me ask you this though. Just